Alright, buckle up buttercups. We're diving headfirst into a whirlwind of vengeance, robots, and awkward encounters. Get this, Yaya, not your average, charming engineering student, is on a mission for payback after his dad's untimely demise. Picture this, mass panic, a kiddo witnessing the madness, cops finding a ticking time bomb of a robot with gas tanks boom. Enter Faz, the interrogator, grilling our boy Yaya. Flashback time. Weeks earlier, we see Yaya as Mr. Brainiac, blowing his professor's mind with a formula, until he gets the boot for being too darn smart. We're talking bullying, a mega crush on Mariam, the whole shebang of awkwardness and feels. But wait, there's more. Papa Sal swoops in with comforting dad wisdom. Then bam, they head to a secret hut filled with Yaya's gizmos, only to be interrupted by the villainous NASA, screaming about a missing maid. After a little chat, he storms off like a toddler who lost his candy. And the grand finale, Yaya unveils Musa, his VR-controlled robot, to his father. Oh, the drama. Hold on to your hats, folks. This is wild. We've got Yaya, who's basically rigged himself up like a brain-powered mech maestro. He's tapped into his temporal lobe, controlling this robot with his mind. Boom. Stone-crushing demonstration that leaves dad beaming. But oh, Mariam's got the worry wrinkles. Yaya just smirks and bounces. Awkward Sa time. Is there something between Sa and Mariam? Sa asks the big question. Do you love Yaya? She waffles, saying she's not just pity-friending him. Cue the flashback. Piano lessons and headphone reveals. Turns out Yaya was the lone wolf. Fast forward to Interrogation Central. Fez wants to know about S's demise, which Yaya vehemently denies. Flashback again. We're talking window washing, Mariam's supposed crush, Olala, and S planting seeds of doubt. S shares his own tale of love and laughter and asks Yaya to make tea. But wait, a car. NASA and his goons crash the party, attack S and Yahya. Hold on to your hats, folks. This is where it gets wild. So, some seriously nasty thugs, total scumbags, raid Yahya's house. They grab the loot, torch the place, and, gasp, Yahya's father bites the big one in the inferno. Poor Yahya, devastated, sells the house but clings to the old hut, drowning in grief. Then, plot twist, he reports NASA to the cops, but they're like, dude, no proof, you're the only witness. Ferris Croy, the smooth talker, twists the knife, calling him a coward. Yahya spirals, locks himself in, booze galore, ready to light the match of no return. But then, his father's ghost shows up. Revenge, my son, change the world. Yahya, now mega motivated, busts out with his robot prototype and bam, inspiration strikes. He builds a giant robot. A cocky NASA mocks him, clueless about Yahya's grand plan. In an abandoned building, NASA's goons are hunting Yahya, but they have no idea what's coming. Yahya hides while the thugs search for him. He activates his robot Musa, which takes out NASA's men one by one. NASA hears the commotion and faces the towering robot. Yahya smiles as he sees NASA flee, then uses Musa to trap him in a car and blow it up. An innocent bystander films the scene and uploads it online. Yahya feels satisfied with his revenge and goes to bed. Meanwhile, a doctor tells Fairies that his son's condition is worsening and needs expensive surgery. In Germany, the doctor suggests an experimental procedure by a young doctor, but Fez refuses. During a conversation, Fez is interrupted by a phone call about a new assignment, which causes him to storm out of the clinic in a fit of anger. On a rainy night, Yahya receives a disturbing message from an online acquaintance who claims to have hacked into his computer and discovered that Yahya is the creator of Musa, a robot. Around the same time, FZ attends a meeting where he is assigned to investigate the robot incident alongside Zachariah. As the investigation begins, the police arrive at the crime scene too. Alright, buckle up buttercups. While the suits with bulging wallets scheme to snatch the robot for themselves in a hush-hush rendezvous, Rika's playing detective. She drops in on Yahya, just as Fair gets tagged to lead the robo hunt. Bam! Rika unveils Yahya's secret, Musa the robot, sketched in his notebook. Gasp! No judgment here, just curiosity. Next thing you know, Yahya, trusting old Rika, pulls a Houdini and voila! A hidden basement door reveals Musa. Rika's jaw dropped. Fast forward, Rika's showing off her getaway car, plotting Musa's escape. Heart-to-heart time. Yahya spills the tea, revenge for his pops and a burning desire to right the world's wrongs. Gaia's all ears, people. Hold on to your hats, folks. Our man Rika's got a dark web connection, spilling the beans on some seriously nasty criminals. We're talking illicit substances, firearms, often organ trafficking, the whole shebang. Next day, Yahya and Rika are on a righteous rampage. They cruise up to a warehouse, suspecting the worst. They unleash Musa the robot. Inside the warehouse, bam! Musa bursts through a wall with a car. Talk about an entrance. These goons unload their pea shooters, but Yaya's got Musa's controls, disarming and disposing like a boss. But oh ho, they upgrade to machine guns, and Musa's starting to feel the heat, and so is Yaya. Things are getting real. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things just got wild. Yaya, in a whirlwind of chaos, narrowly dodges a rocket-propelled grenade. Talk about a close shave. But does he give up? No way. Despite the bumps and bruises, Yaya digs deep, channels his inner superhero, and wills Musa to keep fighting. This ain't no tea party, people. We're talking unwavering determination as Musa, under Yaya's masterful control, systematically dismantles the bad guys, rescuing the kidnapped kids in a blink. Poof. They're gone before the fuzz even gets a whiff. Speaking of the police, a hot tip sends them racing to the warehouse, where they discover, wait for it, 20 criminals dangling from the ceiling. Musa's leaving a lasting impression, to say the least. Fuzz, being the clever cookie he is, sniffs out that Musa's being remotely controlled, and whoever's doing the controlling is nearby. Cue dramatic music. And then we have Rekha, ever the curious cat, wanting to know the nitty-gritty of Musa's control system. Yaya, get ready to explain, tech talk incoming. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get wild. Yahya kicks things off with a demo that's so simple, it's genius. Fast forward, and Yahya and Rekha are basically a crime-fighting duo with Musa rescuing kittens, stopping thugs, the whole shebang. They're local heroes, practically celebrities. But oh, Ferris is cooking up some anti-robot tech, and Maram finds out about Musa. She's not thrilled, telling them it's all gonna end in tears and they need to stop. So they go underground, all sneaky like. But wait, the cops find a video, trace a suspicious car to Sal, then to NASA, and suddenly Yahya's place is getting raided. Zakaria is interrogating Yahya like a pro, and Ferris is tailing Hamd Zakaria's. It's all going down. Hold on to your hats, folks. We've got a rollercoaster of betrayals and daring rescues coming your way. First, our guy Ferris turns detective, grilling Hamd in the records room, accusing him of being a double agent. Turns out, Hamd's working for Mariam's dad who wants Musa for himself. Ferris, being a stand-up guy, promises to keep it hush-hush but immediately rushes his ailing son to the hospital. But hold on, he refuses the experimental treatment, even though Yusuf thinks Musa's the key. In a desperate move, FZ cuts a deal with Samir, promising to deliver Musa in exchange for money for Yusuf's treatment. Samir, predictably, agrees, and they hatch a plan to hijack a train to lure Musa. Yaya sees the news and heads to the rescue. But wait, plot twist. Another group kidnaps Mariam, knowing she's Yaya's soft spot. Ferris orders the train car detached. Action time. Musa jumps into the hijacked carriage, but oh no. They're using a jamming device to cut off Yaya's control and dismantle Musa. A brave passenger snatches the device, Yaya reconnects, and it's criminal busting time. Musa, like a total hero, uses its body as a bridge to save passengers before getting seriously wrecked. That night, the dust settles, but at what cost? Okay, buckle up, folks. Collision. Yaya and Rekha just stumbled upon a DVD that screams, Mariam's been snatched. Fearful face. Rekha's all, trap, but Yaya? He's charging headfirst into danger, barging into Samir's mansion like, Ferris has your daughter. Samir's furious, phoning Ferris, kidnapping wasn't in the script. Angry Yaya's got a dark web ace up his sleeve, sending Farah's name to a shady contact. But wait, there's more. Smirk. He's about to unleash his secret weapon, his intimate knowledge of Musa, the robot. He uploads a video, announcing himself as Musa's creator, naps the robot's location, says a tearful goodbye, and surrenders to Ferris. Loudly crying, then boom. Musa explodes. Collision. Ferris is all smug, demanding the blueprint for Mariam, but Yaya warns, Samir's gonna unleash hell if Mariam isn't released. Plot twist. Open mouth face. Ferris caves and orders Mariam's release. Yaya starts writing the blueprint, but secretly releases an ampoule. Poof. A mysterious white smoke engulfs the guards, courtesy of Yaya's dark web buddy planting explosives. Ferris, clueless, thinks he's won. Smile with horns. Okay, buckle up. Yaya's dodging bug spray like a pro, still scribbling secrets when the professor gets a whiff of trouble and boom, he's out of there. Yaya, slick as ever, tries to wipe the slate clean, but oh, Ferris's goons have the place surrounded. Cornered, Yaya dials drive, baby, drive. But wait, he drops a love bomb on Miam. Just as things get heart-wrenchingly explosive, literally, the whole place crumbles. Meanwhile, Ferris hits a roadblock, resigns himself to capture, and makes a desperate call to the doc for that crazy experiment. As Zakaria struts towards his car, Ferris strokes his son's head in a goodbye that's heavy with regret. Can you believe the drama?